and thank you for joining us on this special green edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm Diamond Lewis.
And I'm Aviva Hoffman.
Today on our special green edition, we're going to be focusing on the many green and sustainable initiatives taking place right now in DeKalb County in order to make sure that our county remains beautiful for years to come. We're reporting today on location from the beautiful Stonecrest Library, opened in June of 2011. This beautiful 25,000 square foot library branch is a wonderland, offering a 165-seat auditorium, a 65-seat meeting room, children's area, teen area, library cafe, and a total of 32 computers for public use.
And let's not forget a volume collection of more than 63,000 items. And that's why we're at Stonecrest Library. It's actually one of DeKalb County's LEED certified buildings. And that basically means it was designed and built with green sustainability in mind. And that's what this show is talking about, how DeKalb County is being green while saving a lot of green.
And we'll also talk to our very own interim CEO, Lee May, and we'll talk about a new initiative in our fleet management department aimed at fuel reduction. And that initiative is not only helping to save the environment in DeKalb County, it's also helping to save the county quite a bit of money as well. And we all know how fats, oils, and grease, or fog, can damage our pipe and sewer system. Well, DeKalb County has just launched a new pilot program designed at helping to protect our infrastructure.
And we'll also be highlighting a new green business in DeKalb County that is taking recycling to a whole new level. And we'll be checking in with DeKalb County Green Team member Catherine McClatty as she shares some green sustainability tips that you can do at home that will also help you save money.
But first, let's jump into our first story on green technology. You know, Aviva, when you think about green sustainability, technology may not be the first thing that comes to mind.
That's true, but with DeKalb's Information Technology Department, they're always looking at ways that they can improve their services while also reducing the county's energy consumption.
That's right, and right now, DeKalb County's Information Technology Department is in the middle of a major project that will help them do just that. Here now is DCTV's own Elena Daniel with that story.
DeKalb County's Information Technology Department is in the process of getting some much-needed upgrades that will not only help the county become more efficient, but will help the county save some money as well. When Chief Information Officer John Matowski began working for the county nearly 2 years ago, the one thing that drove him to come here was the county's drive for green initiatives.
No organization that I've worked for had that focus, and although we talked a lot about it and those kinds of things, and we did a lot of research, we really hadn't done anything tangible. So coming into an organization that had already done something and done something to the level where they would actually be named as, you know, the top county in that particular area, that to me was just very exciting.
The Information Technology Department facilitates all technology needs for county departments and agencies, including parks and recreations, public safety, and county courthouses, all with a staff of approximately 100 personnel. However, the number of servers it takes to keep county operations running on a day-to-day basis is nearly double that amount.
Approximately 300 servers that have various applications to support all the different agencies and departments across the county.
And believe it or not, the county still runs some of its court operations from a mainframe. But John Matowski and his team knew that this needed to change.
We can't be sitting on 3 and 5 and 7-year-old technology. In order for us to continue to provide effective service to our citizens and constituents, we really do need to stay as up to date as possible.
That's why IT has been working to reduce the amount of servers from 300 to 30 and eliminate the mainframe to reduce energy usage and maintenance costs.
We're going to be able to minimize a lot of costs associated with the support, because now that we're not going to have to support 300 servers, we're going to have to only support 30. We can then reallocate our technology staff to do other things to support the employees, and then again in turn who deliver services to our citizens and constituents.
The process of reducing the amount of servers is about 60% complete. However, eliminating the mainframe is a tougher challenge, nearly 3 years in the making. But when the process is complete, it will be a win-win for employees and residents.
Being able to go completely away from the mainframe, we will reduce the costs internally, and then, of course, in turn back to our constituents and citizens by about $475,000 per year.
And it will reduce energy usage by 50%.
That whole process we're hoping to have concluded by the end of next year.
This upgrade will ultimately bring DeKalb County's IT department into the 21st century, but the department isn't stopping there. In the future, IT hopes to upgrade the public safety dispatch system and allow for better data sharing across county departments and agencies using an enhanced enterprise content manager.
We can't just do something and then put it on the shelf and hope people remember what we did 3 years ago. We really need to continue to be at that forefront and continue to drive innovation and be a leader that people can look to.
And DeKalb County employees and residents can continue to look forward to greener, more efficient technology now and in the future. I'm Elena Daniel. Let's talk DeKalb. Thanks, Elena. And DeKalb County residents and employees can look forward to a new website being unveiled as early as next year. That new website promises to be more modern and user-friendly. Coming up next on Let's Talk DeKalb, we'll be talking to our very own interim CEO, Lee May, and discussing how DeKalb County is leading the charge in green initiatives and innovations.
And later, we'll be talking with the Environmental Sustainability Project Manager, Amber Weaver, to discuss the county's overall green sustainability plan.
That and much more on this special green edition of Let's Talk DeKalb.
And all right here from the Stonecrest Library, so impressive and so beautiful. Stay with us.
DeKalb Emergency 911, what's your address? Have any emergency?
There's a new smart way to help keep you safe in DeKalb County. Smart 911 is a free voluntary service allowing participants to create a safety profile with information they want to share with 911. One particular challenge for emergency responders, and it's a sign of the times, is that many of us are switching from landlines to cell phones. When an emergency call is placed from a cell phone, it can add another layer of detective work for officials trying to physically locate that emergency. Smart 911 aims to fix that problem. You can list just about anything in your Smart 911 profile. Everything from your pets, service animals, and medical conditions to the number of people in your household, known allergies, and the medications you take. That way, the responding personnel know what to expect before they even arrive. So, be sure to give 911 the extra information it needs to better help you and your loved ones in the event of an emergency. To sign up for Smart 911, log on to www.smart911.com for more information.
Hello, this is Lee May, your interim CEO here in DeKalb County, and I've got a message for you. We want your business. That's why we've launched the Expedited Commercial Plan Review Program. It's an extension of my promise, first made publicly at my State of the County address earlier this year. So in partnership with the business community, of course, the Council for Quality Growth, thank you for your work, and an outside consultant, we are restructuring the permitting and business license process in DeKalb County. This will make doing business in DeKalb County a much more efficient process. The peer review program is unprecedented and is part of our many energized efforts to stimulate our local economy and make DeKalb the most business-friendly county in this region. We've begun that by partnering with qualified experts to help reduce our turnaround time to 10 days in the permitting department. That's right. We're offering customers in unincorporated DeKalb County a guaranteed 10 business day review time for all proposed commercial projects with valid addresses. That's a quick turnaround, and it means permit applicants now have a separate optional processing method to accelerate the review process. And the program covers many areas such as accessibility, structural, fire, and life safety. This overhaul of our permitting process is creating a win-win to usher in new, thriving business to our county. Starting the permitting process with certified reviewers can save time and help a project meet all county requirements with less hassle. To access the list of approved peer reviewers, to learn how to become a peer reviewer, or to find out more about this exciting new program, go online to www.planningdecab.net/expedited plans. We mean business in DeKalb County. Thank you.
Welcome back to this special green edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. Who better to start off our show than our first interview subject, our own interim CEO, Lee May. He's here to talk to us about the many green and sustainable initiatives taking place right now in DeKalb County. Thank you so much for joining us today, CEO May.
Thank you for having me, Diamond.
Now talk to us about the importance of green and sustainability efforts right here in DeKalb County.
Here in DeKalb County, we're trying to change our behaviors as employees. We have well over 6,000 employees, well over 250 different buildings, facilities between libraries, rec centers, senior centers, fire stations, etc. And we can make a tremendous impact on just changing our behavior as a county government to really protect our environment. So that's what we're about as an administration. The county has been about that for years now, but as we see, we learn more as we continue to progress and move forward. We put forward an energy and environmental management plan, otherwise known as sustainability plan, and it's that plan that is helping guide the actions that we're taking as a county.
Now, you certainly have a personal interest in making sure that DeKalb County is green and sustainable and is healthy for a long time from now. So talk to us about your father.
Well, yeah, I have a 7, 5, and a 4-month-old. And I'm really concerned about the environment in which they'll live in. We want to protect our environment, particularly here in DeKalb County. We want to make sure that we're making decisions that is going to leave a county, an environment that is healthy, that they can breathe good air, that is sustainable for not only for them, but for their children and their children's children as well.
Now, there's the healthy impact, but then there's also the financial impact, and certainly as a CEO, you have a vested interest in that as well. Talk to us about how DeKalb County is actually saving dollars with these efforts.
Well, environmental policy has typically been about this feel-good thing. You feel good that you're protecting, our earth. But for us as a county, it also has a financial impact. Just simple things. You're talking about changing behavior. Getting employees to power down their computers, to turn off the lights when they come in. Unfortunately, during the cold winter months, not to bring in the electric heaters that they put in underneath their desk. But it's those little decisions by every individual employee that will help us to experience cost savings. And we're seeing that happen through very pointed decisions and actions that we're taking that's helping us to reduce our overall utility costs in DeKalb.
Now, you referenced your energy reduction and conservation policy. Talk to me about the short and the long-term goals of that policy.
Well, short term is just simply helping our employees to change behaviors. And it's about education. It's about using tools such as DCTV, Channel 23, communicating how important it is to really look at how our behaviors really impact the overall bottom line of our county. We can do it through spreading the message through video with our county employees. We can do it through throughout DeKalb County as well for all the constituents to actually begin to change their behaviors. Long term, we really want to get more sophisticated through technology and helping us to track our energy usage, showing us how we can better conserve our energy. But also, with over 250 different facilities, we're constantly building facilities. We're building 3 senior centers as we speak now, and over time we'll continue to build new libraries, new fire stations. And the design of those facilities is key because literally in how you design a facility can determine the level of utility costs throughout that, how much we spend on electricity, how much we spend on gas, and things like that. But also we want to embrace other forms of renewable energy, solar. We're already doing some tremendous things at our landfill as well, and we want to really go to new and greater heights in those alternative uses of energy as well.
Now, making certain that the county looks good and the quality of life is improved has also been a top priority of your administration. An example is during your State of the County address, you announced the Gateway Interchange and Beautification Program.
Yes.
Talk to us about why it's important to make sure that DeKalb County is beautiful and is green as well.
Well, you know, a beautiful county really raises people's confidence in our county. It pushes people to stay in DeKalb County and even to come into DeKalb County as well. And then just simple initiatives like the Gateway Project, where we're beautifying and providing heavy landscaping at our interchanges.
And then one interesting thing is this also helps to reduce crime. You wouldn't think that just making sure our county is beautiful would help to serve as a crime deterrent, but it does. Talk to us about that.
Well, here's the thing. So the financial impact is critical because I always say that everything rises and falls on two things: money and management. The more money you have, the more you can do, and of course, the better you manage your resources, the better off you'll be. So we'll take the money. So as we're reducing our utility costs, that opens up, you know, revenues that we can do other things. Hiring more police officers, hiring more firefighters, hiring more code enforcement officers, but also the management of those facilities as well. We're building a new fire station in the city of Avondale right now, and how we design that facility and how we manage the facility itself, how we utilize the water, how we utilize the electricity in those facilities, and better conserving both of those renewables opportunities is critical, and it will allow us to do more within the space of fire or even in police and different things like that.
So what's in the future? We know you have a huge master plan. What's in the future for green sustainable efforts in DeKalb County?
Well, again, we've done some tremendous things. Again, utilizing a tremendous asset with our landfill. Normally, we don't look at that as an asset, but that is literally a renewable opportunity for us. We are converting methane gas there and converting it one part to electricity, and we're selling that off to the utility company. We're converting another part of the methane gas into compressed natural gas. That's what we're already doing there. But what's next? I would love to see solar panels on the closed cells of the landfill. So we're really embracing solar. Again, we talked about earlier having well over 250 different buildings in DeKalb County. Again, we can have the solar panels there on our facilities to help power up the facilities through the renewable resource of the sun. And that's exciting to me. And so also with all of our fleet of vehicles, we're doing some renewable energy space. Again, compressed natural gas is really fueling many of our sanitation vehicles. We have the opportunity to convert many of those to electric vehicles, which is, I think, is a tremendous opportunity here. So for me, the sky's the limit. If there's an opportunity, if someone's already doing it, you know, we don't want to reinvent the wheel, but we want to utilize those opportunities that can best benefit DeKalb County as a whole and our county government in helping us both to save money and to preserve our environment.
That's awesome. So what you're saying is whether you're driving by the landfill, driving by a car, a county car, or if you're in one of the county buildings, just rest assured that DeKalb County government is leading the charge in this incredibly important effort.
Absolutely. And this isn't just a Lee May administration thing. We are taking on things that have occurred during previous administrations. We're building upon that. And then prayerfully, even after I'm gone, that the work will continue to go to really sustain our county in a very measured and deliberate way.
CMA, thank you so much for all that you're doing.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
Now, for more information on DeKalb County's various green practices, visit DeKalbCountyGA.gov/greenfocus. Now, DeKalb County also recently hosted a special luncheon where employees were introduced to various alternative commuting options. Here now is DCTV's own Burke Brennan, who's going to show us how driving into the county can actually help us all save a little bit more by simply driving a little bit less.
DeKalb County moves into the fast lane of commuter savings. Officials recently launched a Lunch and Learn to discuss developing more opportunities for employees to get to and from work.
The more van pools that we can create, obviously the less amount of cars that we have on our interstates, the less pollution from emissions.
Driving alone in your car costs more than you think. The nonprofit organization Georgia Commute Options estimates when you factor in gas, wear and tear, and other car expenses, driving alone to and from work costs about 56 cents per mile, adding up to thousands of dollars each year.
I'm concerned about my commute every day, and just looking for any ways that I could save money and actually help the environment.
This learning lunch informed employees about commute options and the financial incentives and resources that are out there for alternatives to driving alone. For example, participants in Georgia Commute Options can earn $3 a day up to $100, and by logging daily commute trips, they have the chance to win $25 monthly gift cards. Representatives from V-Ride were also on hand to discuss van pooling incentives.
V-Ride is the largest commuter solution service nationwide. We operate commuter van pools for companies regionally and of course nationwide as well. We've been working in operation for approximately 40 years, helping commuters get to and from work, saving money, saving time.
Generally speaking, van pooling is just like carpooling, only a little bigger. A van pool consists of 5 to 15 people who commute to work by using a van leased by a third-party vendor. Members pay a monthly fee based on round-trip mileage and don't have to deal with the hassle of long-term contracts, vehicle maintenance, or insurance.
So essentially what happens is that group gets together, typically in a central meeting point, and they're able to control the logistics of the route, the time, all the details. We basically provide their vehicle and all the service around it, and in turn, by having a group of people sharing the cost, you share the savings.
Traditionally, about 10% of a workforce is able to van pool, and for DeKalb County, that means about 600 employees could potentially take advantage of this kind of commuter benefit.
We want to present employees with different options to get into work because, again, we're really trying to focus on providing benefits to employees that save them money, as well as helping employees out of traffic. And overall, the DeKalb County government also has a sustainability plan, and this directly affects our sustainability plan as well as our ARC, Atlanta Regional Commission's Green Communities.
And when it comes to commuting, DeKalb County definitely wants a first-place finish.
Well, historically, we've had years of experience with federal government, and now to be able to work on more of a local level is a tremendous advantage for us because, being able to use DeKalb County as a catalyst for other municipalities in the region to understand how important it is for them to adopt the same kind of program is going to go a long way for the region as a whole to start helping with transportation because, as we know, a lot of counties, they have large workforces, so it does contribute to the traffic issues that we see. We see it here in Decatur, so we're looking forward to DeKalb County being an example, really, to others.
Again, some of the benefits to sharing a ride are you save money on gas, there's less wear on your vehicle, you can reduce your auto insurance rate, you help reduce the number of vehicles and emissions on the road, and you have more free time to do something other than driving. And all of this while being on time for work. This was a very satisfying lunch demonstrating DeKalb County is leading the pack in innovative green initiatives to create a safer and more sustainable future. Burke Brennan, Let's Talk DeKalb.
Thanks, Burke. Now, we all need to do our part and find ways to reduce emissions and find better ways to get into the office. So whether you drive along with your spouse or pick up a colleague along the way, remember, every trip counts. To find any commuting opportunities available in your community, visit gacommuteoptions.com or you can give them a call at 1-877-9GA-OPTIONS. And of course, you can also visit them on Facebook or check them out on Twitter. Now here's our own Catherine McClatty, who's going to share with us a few tips on how we can work to reduce our energy bill, helping us to save the environment and a few extra dollars within our household as well. Catherine?
Let's start off with our first green tip on energy conservation. Replace your traditional incandescent bulbs with energy efficient ones. They last longer and they save money. Remember to also turn off lights, laptops, and printers when not in use. You can take advantage of the sleep mode on your computer and your television. Your sleep mode can be set in advance and turned off at a designated time. It saves you money and the appliances will not be running and will reduce your energy bill. That's it for your first green energy tip. Stay tuned, we'll have more green tips later for you in the show.
Great information. Thanks so much, Catherine. Coming up next, We're going to take you inside a new green business in DeKalb County, and you won't believe how it makes its products. And later on our show,
I'm Anastasia Martin, and coming up next on Let's Talk DeKalb, find out what fleet maintenance is doing to help keep our county more efficient while staying green.
all that and much more on this special green edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Code Compliance Administrator Marcus Keller.
And I'm Registry Manager Tonza Clark. And behind us is a vacant property.
Unkept properties like this can adversely affect the aesthetic and economic attributes of this community.
But now, DeKalb's residents have a new way to protect their neighborhoods from becoming blighted from vacant properties.
The Code Compliance Division is proud to announce the launch of their new Vacant Property Registry program.
Starting June 1st, all residential vacant property owners will be required to register their vacant property within 90 days of vacancy. Other requirements include designating a local property agent, paying a $100 fee at registration, and reporting any changes to their contact information. Failure to comply with these requirements will result in fines up to $1,000.
Vacant property owners can register at www.dekalbcountyga.gov/registry. For more information about this program, call 404-371-6379 or 404-371-2289, or send an email to foreclosureregistry@dekalbcountyga.gov.
Residents can also report a vacant property in their neighborhoods by contacting the Code Enforcement Complaint Line at 404-687-3700 or email Code Enforcement at codeenforce@dekalbcountyga.gov, or come to the Clark Harrison Building on 330 West Ponce de Leon Avenue in Decatur to speak with a code enforcement representative in person. Register or report a vacant property today.
And help the Code Compliance Division protect the quality of life for all DeKalb residents.
Welcome back to Let's Talk DeKalb with this special edition where we're focusing on some of the county's initiatives to provide for a safer and more sustainable future for us all. And joining us now on the show is Environmental Sustainability Project Manager Amber Weaver. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Aviva.
Sure thing. Now let's just jump right into it. DeKalb County is part of the ARC Green Community. Now what does that mean?
The Atlanta Regional Commission has organized green communities for the Metro Atlanta area to highlight the Metro Atlanta area's work on sustainability, whether it's waste reduction, energy savings, or water quality and water savings. They've managed to package it all up and put it in as a green community, and we have been certified since 2009.
Now that brings me to the point that DeKalb County has some wonderful buildings LEED certified right here in our county. Explain to us why that's so good.
As a matter of fact, the DeKalb County government has a LEED policy that we practice. So a lot of the new construction, if it meets the threshold, will be a LEED certified building. To date, we have about 10 LEED certified facilities with
many?
a
10?
couple more. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and a couple more we should expect to get online in the next year.
I know two big ones. I know Porter Sanford and the Juvenile Justice Building, right?
Yes, yes. Our DeKalb Central Transfer Station is another one.
Awesome.
Our Library Processing Center.
Okay.
And we have a couple other libraries that have been certified. And right here at Seminole Road Landfill, the Renewable Energy facility is also LEED certified.
And let's talk about what that means to be LEED certified. There's a special threshold you have to meet for
Yes. And DeKalb County's, many of their facilities are LEED Silver, LEED Gold.
So they have different levels, right?
There are different levels. It's for leadership in energy and environmental design. What encompasses LEED is energy reduction practices, HVAC practices that help with air quality as well. It also talks about waste reduction, water quality and quantity practices that can be installed, anything from low flow toilets, for example.
And landscaping, right? Like water drought,
Yes.
drought resistant planting,
Yes.
right?
Yes, it covers heat island effect and how we're trying to minimize that and what it does for the earth and planet as a whole, but also it's a very small system that helps benefit the employees in the immediate area project site as well.
That is awesome. Now, what is the Green Team and how does it help the county achieve its sustainability goals?
Obviously, we have a really big message. And the message is that DeKalb County wants to become more sustainable and that we are asking our employees to follow along in some of these practices. So the internal organization has created a Green Team. And the Green Team are employees from all departments who have an interest in environmental sustainability. And the Green Team comes together to help us talk about how we want to get our messaging out to our employees and creative ways to have them participate.
Now, if some of our viewers, employees, citizens, residents, visitors, if they want to get involved, if they want to become a part of this and make some difference and do some good, how can they find out more about the sustainability efforts of your department and your whole workforce?
Aviva, I'm glad you asked because, again, we talked about a very small piece of a very big puzzle. We do have a website. Anyone can look up DeKalb County Green Focus, and you will
DeKalb County Green Focus.
DeKalb County Green Focus, and you'll come to our website that highlights all of our efforts.
Thank you again, Amber, for being on our show today. There is no show that would be complete about sustainability unless you were a part of it. So we enjoyed you being here. Thank you.
Aviva, thanks for having me. I always enjoy speaking with DCTV, and it's important to get our messaging out, so I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, DeKalb County can't do it alone. It takes the whole community to get involved in sustainability efforts. And right now is the perfect time to highlight American Fiber Packaging Company. This company manufactures sustainable packaging, all from recycled materials. And DCTV was there for the grand ribbon cutting to officially launch its business. Let's take a look.
When it comes to sustainable operations, DeKalb County's got it all wrapped up. Several officials gathered with the public recently to officially welcome another green business in our county.
1, 2, 3.
It's exciting to see new companies come to DeKalb County to open up this company, American Fiber Packaging, one that is utilizing clean technology. It's something that we all can brag about, that we have this great firm doing business in DeKalb County. We want to open up our arms and make sure that we are business friendly and that we have companies that are doing the right thing where our environment is concerned.
The company's founders started thinking about creating this business years ago after listening to a radio report about the huge amounts of plastic garbage from packaging, bottles, and foam containers that accumulates in our oceans.
So I started thinking that there probably had to be a better way than relying on plastics for our consumables. So I started doing a lot of research and started doing a lot of planning, and 6 years later, we're here.
That's why Brian's company offers an American-made line of food service containers and other packaging items composed of 100% recycled, biodegradable material.
There's many aspects that this company is going to help. I mean, not only is it bringing jobs back on shore from overseas, but we're providing sustainable packaging that's better for the world, better for the environment. It doesn't have to be transported all the way across the world. So instead of a restaurant ordering something that's coming 5,000 miles away, they're benefiting from having something at their back door or only a couple states away.
Plus, seeing a Made in the USA label instills a sense of pride and trust with customers. The vision of American Fiber Packaging is truly that Georgia and the people here thrive. By producing earth-friendly, compostable packaging, the company is doing a lot to protect our environment.
We are excited about embracing this new company to our community, one that is embracing clean technology and it is one that is taking care of our community and our earth. We are excited to have a company that is leading in this industry, and one that has just such a unique foundation and beginning.
And not only are the finished products recyclable, AFP makes use of materials that might otherwise end up in our landfills. It's definitely a win-win situation.
For nearly 50 years, the Georgia Conservancy has worked to protect Georgia's natural resources. One of the things that makes us unique, maybe from others in our space, is that we recognize that quality of life really exists at the nexus of economic opportunity and the protection of our natural resources. So the products presented here today that Brian and his team are producing will help achieve that.
The Georgia Centers for Innovation is also very pleased to collaborate with American Fiber Packaging.
If we look, the main issues that humanity will face from now until the end of times will be food, water, and waste remediation. And all of these are tied to energy.
While our Georgia Commissioner of Agriculture knows sustainable business models are serious business, he still cracked a joke at the official ribbon cutting.
Sometimes I get a gift that just keeps on giving. Don't you? And so, some of you have heard that line come. Isn't it great that we're here today, that we're going to get a gift that goes away? And that's a great thing to celebrate. It's innovation. It's what we should be about. We at the department are delighted to be a partner here, celebrate with all of you, the great leaders here in DeKalb County, and this wonderful business.
And right here in Metro Atlanta, we have 540 clean tech facilities representing 30,000 jobs. So this is an important addition, and we just offer our sincere congratulations.
From coast to coast, and really across the globe, this business model is our future.
Like my colleagues and all the other partners that are here today, the Consulate General of Canada is pleased to join with so many people here to officially welcome American Fiber Packaging to Georgia. American Fiber joins a distinguished roster of nearly 200 other Canadian companies that have chosen to establish operations here.
American Fiber Packaging employs hardworking individuals from the community to service clients' needs.
It was a long time to get here, but once we're here, we've provided 15 jobs at launch, and we're looking to grow that up to about 250 jobs in the next 3 or 4 years.
But we're just excited to have American Fiber Packaging be a DeKalb County resident, to do business, to employ people, and to look out for our environment.
And a big welcome to our newest green business in DeKalb County, American Fiber Packaging. And now we're going to check in with Catherine McClatty again, who's got some tips on how to be green at home while also saving some green. Catherine?
I'm back with your water conservation tip. How much is your average water bill? Is it $50 a month? $150 a month, depending on the size of your household? Would you like to reduce that, especially during the summer and spring months? One way of doing that is with a rain barrel. All you have to do is set it up outside under your roof or storm drain, and then wait for rain. You can use that water for your lawn and garden. Using a rain barrel can save you money during the drier months and may even cut your bill in half. For more information about rain barrels, go to DeKalbCountyGA.gov/greenfocus or contact the Department of Watershed Management at 770-621-7200.
Thanks, Catherine, for those wonderful green tips. Now stay with us. There's a lot more on this special sustainable edition of Let's Talk DeKalb.
Welcome back to this special green edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm Diamond Lewis. We're reporting today on location from the beautiful Stonecrest Library. Now, we've already shared with you information about several of the resources and available spaces here specific to this location. But check this out. We're currently in the beautiful 165-seat auditorium, which is also available to rent. You've got to come and check this out. It's simply breathtaking. And in fact, who knows, we may even have some special screenings here for DCTV. I think it's certainly a beautiful space to do just that. Now, in our next story, we're going to talk to you about fog. But in DeKalb County, when we're talking about fog, we are not talking about the weather. We're talking about fats, oils, and grease, which oftentimes people dump down their drain, not realizing that it can clog up our pipe system in DeKalb County. Here now is Aviva Hoffman with information on how you can help to do your part in keeping fog from clogging up DeKalb County's infrastructure.
A new pilot program in DeKalb County aims to protect our sewer system from fats, oils, and grease, also known as fog. DeKalb is teaming up with several apartment complexes to help ensure residents practice proper fog disposal.
Residents can take a part of this campaign by voluntarily taking the grease that they are keeping after they're cooking, pour it into this bucket, and voluntarily put it into the bins that will be at their disposal. It's critical that they do that because the less grease, fats, oils that go into our system, the less spills we'll have, and the better we'll be as a county.
DeKalb is in the middle of a $1.35 billion water and sewer system upgrade. About half of that is dedicated to our sewer lines, most of them very old. However, the number one cause of sewer clogs is fog. The fats, oils, and grease harden in the pipes and create blockages, sometimes leading to costly and troublesome sewer overflows. In order to combat these blockages, the Fog Collection Initiative was launched under the leadership of Dr. James Chancellor, who came to DeKalb as Director of Watershed Management in July 2013. Dr. Chancellor has accrued years of experience in city and county government and has in-depth knowledge of engineering, earth sciences, math, public administration, and urban and regional planning, too. He's the one tasked with making sure DeKalb improves operational efficiency in watershed management and the quality of service to the public.
I hope no one dumped grease down your drain this morning, because if you did, it's solidifying out here somewhere. We can certainly say that.
DeKalb's fog program is already reaching many of our residential homeowners and renters, but extending the program to include multi-family apartment complexes is extremely innovative. This kind of full-cycle process holds a lot of promise for DeKalb's future.
You know, there's 7 billion of us now on this planet. 700,000 of us are right here in DeKalb County. And we have to do recycling now. It can't be flush it and forget it like it used to be. We've learned to recycle aluminum and metals. We've learned to recycle plastics. Well, now we're going to move on to something that can be actually used as a fuel and be beneficial, like all the recycling programs we do. So fats, oils, and grease, fog is something that we're going to be looking at a lot more in the future with programs like this. So thanks very much, everybody.
DeKalb's Department of Watershed Management and the Atlanta Apartment Association have been hosting meetings to introduce this voluntary fog collection program to all residents in the participating communities. Aviva Hoffman, DCTV.
Thanks, Aviva. And again, there is no additional cost to customers, and the program is not mandatory. Now, here now is Catherine McClady with some more information on how you can be green and sustainable right in your own home. Catherine?
It's another green tip, and today we're getting down and dirty. That's right, we're talking about composting. For those of you at home who thought composting was too hard, or you were just too afraid to try, I'm going to show you just how super simple it is. All you have to do is get in your car and drive to any of the Sanitation Division locations. It's free for DeKalb residents, and all you have to do is show your ID. It's super simple. You can also compost at home by combining your yard trimmings, fruit and vegetable peelings to make a wonderful soil amendment. Composting can help you reduce the money you spend amending your soil. For more information, go to DeKalbCountyGA.gov/greenfocus.
Thanks, Catherine. talk about being green and sustainable in your own home. Did you know you could bring your recyclables from home and you could bring them right here to the Stonecrest Library? Check it out. They have a recycling area here just for that. You gotta come and check this out. Well, we'll see you right after the break with this special green edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. Stick around.
I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. I've always wanted to be a police officer since I was a kid. I always looked up to the officers and respected them. There's actually a lot more to police work than just catching the bad guys and writing tickets.
Well, as a police officer, I was working in corporate America. The job is different every day. Every day, I'm going to be faced with a new challenge, different things. Boy, I'm happy every day coming to work and knowing how I make a difference.
The community out here really appreciates what we do.
We show a commitment every day to be there for them and provide them with a good service and justice.
Just that sense of fulfillment and knowing that I've helped someone possibly save their life that day gives me all the encouragement I need to do this job.
Do not quit, let's go! Push yourself!
The academy is the first step to becoming a police officer.
The DeKalb County Police Department is the best because they've got nationally recognized training.
Come on, you got it!
They've got great supervisors that support what you're doing. They support you as a person as well.
Can't police somebody help?
We have a team of officers that go out here and they answer 911 calls for 10 hours. None of them do it alone. They all do it together. We all back each other up. Special Operations Division is made up of many different units. The K-9, the aerial unit, SWAT, motorcycles. It all comes together as one unit. We take care of the situation.
Let me see your hands! Drop the gun!
I love the thrill. Criminals are trying to hide. I love chasing them. I love getting out there and getting in the mix with them. You have honor amongst your fellow officers, honor in being a proud officer who followed the DeKalb County Police Department to serve this community justly and with respect to all people. There's a code of honor. There's honor, integrity, and loyalty. Why I did it? Because there's no other better job.
Welcome back to Let's Talk DeKalb. We're at Stonecrest Library. It's LEED certified, so you know it's a smart building. And it helps us stay smart with all this collection of books. And look over here, there's a computer lab with 12 computers. In fact, throughout the whole library, there are a total of 42 computers for personal use. Now, I wonder, where did Diamond Lewis get off to? Something tells me she's in the kids' cabin. Diamond?
Thanks, Aviva. You caught me over here in Kids Cabin, hanging out where they have all types of things to do. They have computers for our youth, all types of books. You'll see they have books on tape, CDs, DVDs, and even this area designated for the time of day that my nephews love the best. That time of day is story time. So while I hang out here in Kids Cabin, let's check out DCTV's own Anastasia Martin. She's going to talk to us about a new fuel reduction program in our fleet maintenance department. And I thought that fleet maintenance department has more than 3,200 vehicles under their fleet and has already placed 7th in best in fleets in North America. They're still looking for ways to be energy efficient and sustainable. Here's Anastasia Martin with that story.
DeKalb County Fleet Maintenance has been working very diligently on coming up with effective fuel reduction solutions in order to help keep our county green as well as saving some green.
DeKalb County's Fleet Management Division has been named one of the top fleets in North America. How did they accomplish such a tremendous achievement? Through practices and policies that are green and cost-effective, which can be difficult at times with a fleet of more than 3,200 vehicles.
It's not easy to be green in the market, at least if you're trying to do it cost-effectively.
But the department has been making it work and doing it well, and they have seen a return on many of their green investments. For example, the department has more than 50 sanitation vehicles that use compressed natural gas, a fuel alternative which has helped to significantly reduce fuel costs.
During their lifetime will consume, well, over a 10-year period, if I were to pull one up now, it'd be about $130,000 worth of fuel. Our compressed natural gas, again, is about 66% less than the diesel, actually a bit more than that. And so, our return on investment on that is going to be significant.
They have also continued to implement the no idling policy since 2009, which helps to ensure that vehicles that are not in use are not running their engines for an extended period of time.
Idling events, we put parameters on it. So idling events over 30 minutes have dropped 38%.
More than 25% of the vehicles in the fleet have idling tracking equipment, including all sanitation and watershed units. This policy not only helps to reduce harmful emissions that enter the environment, it also helps control fuel consumption, which is a big deal considering how much fuel is consumed per year.
We consume, I think it's around 4.5 million gallons of fuel a year, and which equates to about $13 million a year we spend in fuel. And we've been able to, in 2013, we were able to cut that gasoline consumption by 6% and diesel consumption by 10%. And that's really significant.
And fuel consumption should continue to drop with the addition of 46 new propane police vehicles, which cost about 66% less than gasoline.
I mean, I'm looking at saving over a lifetime on a police car with propane $10,000.
And the department will be getting 3 hybrid cars and 3 electric vehicles as well.
We are in process now to bring 3 electric vehicles in the fleet. These will be our first ones, and I hope to take delivery of them prior to the end of the year.
But the department cannot rely on efficient vehicles and policies alone to make it a success. It takes a dedicated group of employees to make it all happen, and that is the main reason why this department is so successful.
The strength of this department, I got to tell you, is the personnel. We have, I have got, great management staff. We have very qualified, goal-oriented people, and they are my most important asset. And without them, we couldn't be the 7th best fleet in the country.
As Greg Brake and his team continue to set the standard as one of North America's best fleets, they look forward to the future and finding new ways to stay at the forefront of green initiatives.
Through these practices and policies, DeKalb County Fleet Maintenance promises to keep your county a greener, cleaner place. I'm Anastasia Martin. Let's talk DeKalb.
Thank you, Anastasia. Now, for more information on the green practices of DeKalb County's Fleet Maintenance Division, visit www.dekabcountyga.gov/greenfocus.
And now we're going to recap some other helpful websites and phone numbers from this special Let's Talk DeKalb Green Edition.
For more information on van fueling and how you can participate, visit www.gacommuteoptions.com or call 1-877-GA-OPTIONS.
For more information about the American Fiber Packaging Company, visit www.afpackaging.com.
For more information about the Fats, Oils, and Grease or FOG program, visit www.dekabwatershed.com/FOG. And for more information on any of the green initiatives we talked about today, visit dekabcountyga.gov/greenfocus.
For information about many other DeKalb County services and events, be sure to check out the county's internet site at www.dekabcountyga.gov.
And don't forget to share your thoughts with us on this program and all of our other shows on DCTV. Just shoot us an email at dctv@dekabcountyga.gov. And also, remember to check us out on YouTube. There you'll find this program and a lot of other video clips that don't always make it on Channel 23. You can check us out on YouTube at DeKalb County Gov. That's DeKalb County GOV.
And if you're looking for DCTV online, be sure and check out our website at dctvchannel23.tv, and that's the number 23. And we'd really like to hear from you. You can also call us at 404-371-2989. Well, that does it, Diamond, for this special edition, I think. But I enjoyed, being here at Stonecrest Library.
I did too. It's simply beautiful. Now, don't forget to check us out on our next edition of
Let's Talk DeKalb.
We'll see you then.